So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Pickett now from the gun here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. And the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
Well, a 3-and-out to start the game would have been a real disappointment, so this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw, Pickett. Throwing left side, it's complete. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. His throw incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. DeMarcus Ware, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown from 17 yards out. And the Raiders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go. Second down. Off the play fake, Young. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff right. It's Gore. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And Young's throw there incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On the double.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. And he fends him off. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pickett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. Open man right side, Myers. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Well, he obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then it curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett. Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Pickett. And this one is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And while we have a moment, we remind you that registration for the Madden Championship Series is now open. This year we'll be giving away, ready for this, $1.7 million in prize money to the best Madden 24 players in the world. And if you want to get in on the action, and you should, visit MaddenChampionship.com to get yourself registered. Well, it's hard to believe how much that has taken off in recent years.
It's taken off so much, partner. I'm going to start to work on my game and register for a chance to win that kind of money.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Now Young. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On play action, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
It's Young off play action. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Raider offense heading back for one final first-half drive. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums
have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Cotton Bowl MVP in the stadium in 2020, Ramondre Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Pickett. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jalen Virgil. 38 yards. And the Raiders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Young off the play fake. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. The play fake. Now Young. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Pickett now on 1st down. That's caught by Myers. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Pickett back to throw. Pass incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Pickett. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Young to throw it. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Second down, here's Pickett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now the Cowboys down by 6, 2:18 on the clock. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready?
They'll try and start the drive here with goal. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Another carry now for goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field.
This is 1st and 10. Young to throw. Right back to Njoku.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
10 cycles. Ready?
On 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Smith, red.
Another try on 2nd down for goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Set, ready. Set.
Up the middle they go with goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And he's in for the touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late fourth quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown and the ever-critical extra point. So it is a 1-point lead here in the final minute of action. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Pickett. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them